welcome to Mental Recast. I am your man, your host, your brother, your son, your nephew, Dante, and we are here to change the way you think. If this is your first time, please do me a humongous favor and like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Matter of fact, I want you to do something on purpose. As you find this video valuable to you, go up there, click that little cursive arrow, and share this video with somebody that you know they need it. Now, take a deep breath. In through your mouth, out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. Let's do one more. Let it out. And let's say it together. Things are always working out for me. Let's say it again. Say it like you mean it. Tell the dog, tell the cat. Things are always working out for me. Now, today is day number 5. Cinco, and we made it. So, today's lesson is Philippians 1:6. Philippians 1:6. Being confident of this one thing. He that began a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Dante, what am I talking about? Whatever you got going on in your life, and of course, we say it all the time. You know, you hear me say it all the time. Whatever you got going on in your life, and whatever problems you facing, whatever you started and you didn't finish, or whatever that thing is, God is able to perform that very thing in your life. And we have to understand, I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not living. Like I told you when we first started, I definitely am on this journey with you. I'm definitely, am writing in my journal and doing these affirmations and doing these meditations. So today, how did this hit me? I know that there are things, come on, we got to be transparent. When it hit me, it hit me. I know that I have started projects and I've started businesses and business ideas. And then sometimes you get thwarted. You know what I'm saying? Things come and they knock you off your horse. They take the wind out your sail. But it's important that you don't forget, number one, why you started it. And then number two, who you have behind you helping. You have a whole heavenly host. You got a whole creator behind you that is geared towards and invested in your succession, you being successful. So I'll give you the story time. I had a junk removal business. I actually still do. But more so, after we were doing junk removal, it was more profitable and more profitable. You know, we got more business moving people. And so on a weekly, daily basis, we would move a lot of people. We were always moving. We would move people from Nevada to California, you know what I'm saying, even up to Reno. We did some work, and so I loved it. I love meeting new people. I love seeing new places. I love, seeing different avenues and just interacting with people. I loved it. So we had got so big to where, now let's put a disclaimer. I did have a business license. I did have an LLC. I had all of that, but I did not have a specific piece of paper. And I won't spoil it, but I'll tell you later. So I got a call one day, and it was a gentleman, and he said, Dante, I need some help. I need some work I need some moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving from a storage to a house, and I need you guys' help. And I was like, oh, okay, where did you find this? Because normally we got our business through this app called Thumbtack. And so, but his call was out the blue, and so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I said, all right, so where did you get our information? He was like, oh, I got it from Public Storage. And I was like, Public Storage? We don't do no work with Public Storage. But I was like, well, maybe somebody left our card or something, something like that. So I was like, all right. And so we get there and we meet and we're corresponding, and it was my custom, it was my practice to get half of the deposit and then and I always gave a receipt, all of that, invoice, all of that. And I gave them, and I said it was my practice, hey, we do 50% now and we do 50% later when the job is completed. And usually 9 times out of 10, they gave us a tip and all of that. So I had, so he was like, oh, okay. He was like, I normally don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't do it like that, but I guess if that's your customer. I was like, yeah, I mean, we have stuff that we have to do. I have to pay people, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely need, that 50%. So he was like, okay. So he agreed. So we go on, and the day come, and I always wanted to go the day before. I never liked doing stuff last minute. I never wanted to be, just some last minute person. I didn't want to do that. So I said, I'll meet you the day before so you can give me the deposit and we can look at what's going on and all of this. And he said, okay, he agreed. So mind you, we go, and I'm early. I'm early to the appointment, probably like 5-10 minutes early. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll meet you there. But I didn't pay attention. And so when I got there, 2 gentlemen had walked inside the office, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe they just, whatever, just 2 people walking in the office. So he comes outside, and it's a brother. He come outside, and so he has these 2 people with him, and I'm like, okay. And so he asked, he goes, before the 2 guys came out the office, so he asked, he's like, you sure you're not gonna steal my money, right? You sure not gonna? I was like, take your money? I was like, I need the money to go and get a U-Haul or go and get this or that. I was like, steal your money? I didn't understand. And so I was like, well, no. This is, you're gonna get a receipt, you're gonna get an invoice, all of that. And now mind you, we legit. I got the business license, all of that. So I don't know why. When you look us up in the directory, we had all of that, but we just didn't have 1 piece of paper. So I'll tell you about that piece of paper later. So I still didn't understand why he was, being so weird about it. And then so he goes, and I'm like, okay, all right. So now these 2 guys come outside, like they're his bodyguards, and they pat me down. And I'm like, okay. I was like, is he rich or something? He famous? Because I don't know his face. I don't recognize his face. I don't know what he looked like. And so so they pat me down and all of this, and I'm still not catching it. And now, long story short, it ends up being a detective, an undercover agent for the state of Nevada, right? And he was doing the sting operation to find businesses who were lacking paperwork or who didn't have certain paperwork. And so he looked me up in the where you look up licenses, the LLC lookup, and I didn't have a DOT, meaning I didn't have a moving permit. I didn't have a permit to move people. So that was the piece of paper. And so he turned me around and he patted me down. He was kind of taken back. He was like, because usually, they got shifty people with them, and people who doing underhanded stuff. And I was like, nah, man, I'm just out here trying to do a legitimate business, And he was like, you need a DOT. And so he gave me a ticket. He gave me a fine. And he made me take down, and then he said, because I was advertising as a moving company, even though I didn't have a DOT. So I was completely like, man. So I had to pay a fine. I didn't go to jail. None of my people was with me. None of my workers were with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just went to go get the deposit. And then so so I had to go to the little business court and all of that, and I had to pay the fine, and it was just and even though he did, put in a good work for me, it was still an experience, because if you want to be out here in the business world making money, you definitely have to have all your documentation. Why? Because what we do here, we talk about energy, we talk about manifestation, we talk about law of attraction, and I drew that experience to me because I didn't have the necessary paperwork. Now, some people might not agree. Some people say, oh, they was just looking for you, oh, blah, blah, blah. But look, and when you do more studying, more research, you'll understand that whatever happens to you, you drew that in some shape, form, or fashion. And so when he gave me the citation and I was unpacking it all, and I was able to be man enough and say that I drew this experience, I drew this situation to me. Why? Because I didn't have that 1 piece of paper. I didn't have that 1 piece of paperwork saying that I was good 100% to do business in the state of Nevada. What am I saying? You may have something like that may have happened to you. You may, it may not be business. It may be something with your family, maybe something with your money, maybe something, whatever it is. Just know the one that is allowing you to stay alive right now, the one that when you woke up this morning, he breathed into your nostrils, breathed into your lungs, allowing you to take advantage of the sunshine, allowing you to take advantage of the sky, the oxygen, whatever. That force is behind you so that you can complete the work that it is that you want to do. Now, is my junk removal business dead? No. But did I learn a thing or two about moving people? Absolutely. I'm not, And it was so funny because and a lot of you may be in this spot. You may be in a place where what you did didn't work out and it left a bad taste in your mouth, right? And you say, Dante, man, I don't want no parts of it. I just want a job, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I tried it and whatever. I tried love and it ended in a divorce. So I tried having children and that didn't work out. I tried, you know what I'm saying, winning the lottery, whatever, and it didn't work out. Whatever it may be. I tried church, I tried God, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? I went to church, people judged me as soon as I got in there. You know what I'm saying? I had a question and they shut me down. Whatever the case is, I am here as your brother. I am telling you to get back on that horse. You hear me? Why? Dante, why? Because one day you're going to get up out of here. And I say it all the time. I can't help it. One day we're going to get up out of here. And we're going to be laying on our sick bed saying, man, I wish I would have did X, Y, Z. I wish I would have gone after that appointment. I wish I would have gone after that opportunity. Get up from wherever you at. And know, Philippians 1:6, that he that began a good work in you is able to perform it. God, the creator, is able to perform whatever it is you got going on in your life. Whatever it is that you are afraid of, fearful of, that you don't want to go after, God is able to give you the strength to go after and do it. So it don't matter. Don't matter where you at. No matter what it is. No matter how old you are, how young you are. If you are listening to me this morning, if you are listening to me at all, whenever you were watching this, you have the power. You have the support. Simple. All you got to do is say, God, all right. God, you see, you know what I'm saying? You see what it is. You see what happened last time. You see what happened. And see, here we go. We'll keep it on the business side. A lot of entrepreneurs in the beginning, they all failed. But the people who succeeded and who are millionaires and billionaires are the ones who didn't give up. Those are the ones who made it. Those are the ones whose products we use today. Those are the ones whose restaurants we go to, whose stores we shop at. Case in point, when you look up the story about WD-40, the stuff everybody used in the garage, the little blue can, they call it WD-40 because it took 40 trials before, 40 experiments, 40 tests before they got the correct recipe. Now, whether that's true or not, it's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful lesson, because sometimes you might have to try out 40 times before you get it. But on that 41st or 39 and on that 40th try, that you'll get it. But you don't have the time just to sit around. You know what I'm saying? You hear me say that all the time. You don't have the time just to be sitting at home chilling. You do not have that time. You do not have that time to have unforgiveness in your heart about something that happened 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. You don't have it. You don't have that opportunity. And you should not even want to live a mediocre life. You should get up and want to say, you know what, man, I'm sick, because where I'm at right now is not getting me no kind of money, not getting me no kind of play, not getting me no kind of love. So I want to get up, do the work that I need to do so that I can have the things that I want. Philippians 1:6, man. He that began the good work in you is able to perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Meaning, up until you retire and your eyes closed, God is able to do whatever it is that you want for him to do in your life. Now, your homework, I ain't let you get off the hook. Your homework is for you to think about or write down the 1 to maybe 5 things that you've been afraid of, fearful of. And I just want you to write them down. That's it. Just write them down and then take a step back and look at them. Now pick the one that you want to go after, that you really have a hunger for, that you really have a passion for. And go after that one thing. Go after that one objective, whether it's losing weight, finding love, whatever. And we're going to get into that too. Because whatever it is, I'm trying to cut it off. But whatever it is that you want, that you're seeking after, you have to prepare yourself as such. You have to see yourself and you have to act as if you're already there. I heard one, the Reality Network here on Facebook. He did one video and I loved it. And he said the number one way to manifest the things in your life, one of the number one coaches or one of the number one people that you should talk to is an acting coach. And not an acting coach to where it's just improv, but an acting coach that really allows you to get into the flow of what it is. So if you want, look, I know, ladies, I'm talking to you for a minute. I know a lot of you want to be married, want to be mothers, whatever. You need to be in that role. And you need to be you need to be the most wonderful wife that you can be. And I promise you, you're going to come back on this channel, it might be 2 years later. You want Dante? I did what you said just a few seconds in that video. And Dante, it worked. And I'll be like, hey man, cool. Now go and tell somebody else how it worked. And be that example. And so that's what it is, man. You know, we appreciate you here at Mental Recast, and forgive me. This is Mental Recast, where we are here to change the way you think. We are here to change the way you think. And it's just time, man. It's just time we make better decisions. So you got your homework for today. You got your scripture, your foundational reading for today. Now what you gonna do with it? Get up and do something great with it today. Just make one change. Just make one small little change. Do the little homework. It's gonna take you 3 to 5 minutes to write down either 1 to 5 things that you've been fearful of, that you started in the beginning and then you just let it go. Do the homework. Do the homework. So, with that being said, know that all is well. All is well, regardless of what's going on in your world, in your universe. Know that all is well. And what? Somebody shout it out to your boy. Things are always working out for me. With that, we love y'all here at Mental Recast. And I'll see you in the next one.